So, many of you may wonder, what is going on over here? Why do I not have just a piano anymore? Why does this say Iceberg on it? Well, to start with, Charlie decided that he wanted a new synthesizer, and he insisted that he give me this great device. It's a Korg X50, and I really love it. I used to endorse products for Korg, and it just happens to be that's what he had, and he sent it to me. And he included this little Iceberg sticker in there. But you can't just lay a synthesizer on top of a keyboard, or it'll fall down and fall on itself and have to be fixed, which is exactly what I did, because I'm not the best builder. In fact, I'm probably the worst builder. But my friend Ed, who I met here in Maryland, used to be a designer and builder at WED. That's W-E-D, Walt Disney Enterprises, Imagineering, but out in Burbank, California. And all over the world he worked for them, in France, Tokyo, and Tokyo Disneyland. And he's a marvelous model maker. And I was telling him about the trouble I was having trying to make this all work, because I couldn't read this screen if it wasn't propped up like this. And then there was a question, well, how much do I want to prop it up? Will I still be able to play it at such an angle as this? Anyway, Ed came and measured, and he tried different ideas, and he built, if my whole Iceberg machine had been built like the way he's built this, I wouldn't have been pulling my hairs out all the time trying to make everything together, because what Ed has built is incredible. You see the arm on this piano, on this side, is the way it was made. On this side is the arm that Ed Levin added to it, because, and it looks just like better furniture actually, and that holds my drum machine, so I can Anyway, so he said he was going to build a platform for me to hold the keyboard. Well, right away, I realized, well, if I have the keyboard, I need a way to control. I have to I have a drum machine. I couldn't use it because I couldn't play it if it was way over there, and there was no way to. If you don't have these screens viewable, then you can't operate them anyway. And I had this little recorder and this drum machine, and there's my mixer. The mixer I had a place for, but I didn't use it. I haven't used it at all until now. Now I can use it because Ed, well, so I didn't mean to do this to him, but I said, well, as long as you're going to build this thing to hold the synthesizer, perhaps we could add on it to maybe make the recorder sit here and the drum machine like somehow over here. I don't know how. And of course, the CD, this recorder makes CDs if you want, and they come out here. So if you want to open up the CD, if it was like this, you couldn't do it. But Ed, nothing. I guess he made this so you can lift it up just like that. Open the CD, let it take it out, put it in. I don't do that a lot. So this now works just perfectly for me. And I could, if I want to record the CD, I can. No problem. The drum machine I had for years, but I couldn't read the screen. I don't know if you could see it on. It's a kind of a hard screen to read. But now I can read it perfect. And I can operate that. And I have always, on my Iceberg machine, I never had one thing do a bunch of things. I always had things do specific things. Drum machine just did drums. Anyway, Ed has made this possible, and now it's up to me to learn how to work this synthesizer and this drum machine and this recorder. And I got several books here, and it's going to happen. I'm going to be doing it. And I can't tell you what Ed Levins did. I mean, it's so beautiful. I just can't hardly believe it. So I hope you'll get a chance to meet Ed. I'd like to have him come here and be in a session with Eddie Dornack. I got Eddie Dornack, who's making this video, and Ed Levins and Charlie. This is the 4 people involved in this project of life. So thank you, Ed Levins. Thank you for your brilliance, and thank you for your friendship. And thank you and your wife Judy, and for all the good times we have. We're looking forward to having a lot more.